Now on Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, deadly tornadoes have left a trail of destruction in Louisiana, killing at least 3 people and hurting many more. And the Federal Reserve on Wednesday raised its benchmark interest rate to the highest level in 15 years. And yesterday marked 10 years since 20 first graders and 6 educators were senselessly killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School. We're remembering the 26 lives lost.
Take a look on the outside. The sun began to rise in the distance. Nice morning. Nice blue skies you see there. Cool temperatures on the outside currently now. Sunshine with cool temps is going to continue. Rain chances coming back at some point. We'll take a look coming up.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain. Today is the 15th day of December 2022. The time is now 6:31 on your Thursday morning, and today is National Bill of Rights Day, a very important document that's led to many advancements in our country. Let's go ahead and turn to First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Trey Mining. Trey, are you a fan of the Bill of Rights?
Of course I am, yes. It's a very, like you said, important document, very historical, and it builds the foundation for our country, Latin the Constitution, a lot of other things too. So we're glad to be an American, definitely on that. All right, looking at the weather book this morning, weather book camera view from the Victoria College Emergency Technology Complex. Sun rising in the distance, nice colors this morning, beautiful. 38 degrees, a little chilly outside though. Northerly winds near 5 to 10 miles per hour, dew points in the 30s. It's a very dry atmosphere, obviously with that cool air in place. And not seeing any cloud cover throughout the day. We'll keep it mostly on the sunny side. Wall-to-wall sunshine today. Nothing on the radar, obviously with no clouds. Sunny and nice today, no doubt about it, after the cool start. Cold night still coming up for tomorrow night. We have radiation cooling us down to the 40s. By the time you wake up early on your Friday morning. Rain chances and colder air coming in this weekend. A reinforcing surge of cool air coming down from the north. We'll keep the temperature on the cool side and the rain chances increasing. More of that later on. We'll take a look at it in more detail. The current temperatures, future temperatures I should say, are in the 30s and near 40 degrees. By 4 o'clock we're in the mid 60s. Should be our daytime high today, occurring at that time. As we work throughout the rest of the day on Friday, increasing cloud cover, but highs near 70 degrees, I'm calling it, upper 60s to near 70. So definitely seeing a little bit tiny warm up before the next reinforcing surge comes in on Friday. Cool air from the north, that is. Nothing on the satellite and radar composite, keeping it mostly on the dry side throughout the day today. So a lot of sunshine. And then the clouds return as you saw there on Friday. Then the rain chances soon to follow. We got the percentages for you a little bit later on. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Trey. There is widespread damage in Louisiana after several fatal tornadoes touched down in the state. At least 3 people were killed in the storm, including a mother and her son in the small town of Keithville. Another person was killed in the New Orleans metro area when the storm spawned a tornado that touched down in St. Charles Parish. The storm is part of a larger system expected to continue bringing powerful wind and rain to the rest of the country as it moves east. Now to the sudden death of a performer who made us laugh on the Ellen DeGeneres show. He was known as Twitch. Everyone from Michelle Obama to Justin Timberlake paying tribute.
The shocking death of a charismatic dancer and TV personality is raising awareness of suicide prevention.
Hello, good morning, tell me what the link read.
DJ Stephen Boss, known as Twitch, rose to fame on So You Think You Can Dance, then became a fixture on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
It's a candy.
Twizzler.
It's it's like chocolatey, bite-sized situations.
I count on him to look over at and make silly jokes, and he's my pal, you know, he's my sidekick.
More recently, Twitch became popular on social media, posting uplifting videos. Police say the 40-year-old took his own life in a Los Angeles hotel room early Tuesday. In a social media video just one day earlier, Twitch and his wife were seen dancing in front of their Christmas tree.
But I got so much love, it's lighting up.
And last week, the couple decorating for the holiday with their kids.
To me, it's perfectly clear.
Staff members tell TMZ Twitch did not look visibly upset when he checked into the hotel. Nationwide, experts say suicide rates have been declining for white Americans, but not for minorities. Experts say common risk factors are mental health issues, substance abuse, and financial stress. On a podcast 5 years ago, Twitch shared this uplifting message about overcoming hardships.
You will make decisions that might seem right at the time, but then they're not. You know what I mean? And for me, it does. It just helps to know that, it keeps going. It does. It no matter what, even if something seems very devastating, like there's some kind of force that's going to keep going, and it's there for you to naturally access.
The tributes now pouring in for Twitch. Former First Lady Michelle Obama calling him an incredible force, and Justin Timberlake calling Twitch's death heartbreaking, writing, "You just never know what someone is really going through." Andrew Dimber, ABC News, New York.
Anyone struggling with thoughts of suicide is encouraged to text or call the crisis line at 988. One person was hurt yesterday in what police are calling an accidental shooting. It happened just after 4 p.m. in the 1500 block of Navidad in Victoria. The victim was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The shooting currently under investigation. The Federal Reserve's benchmark interest rate is now at the highest level it's been in 15 years. Wednesday, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell announced at least half of a point increase, bringing the rate between 4.25% and 4.5%. The most recent rate hike comes as the Fed continues to battle historic inflation. We'll go to Washington for the latest on the economy later on Sunrise. Leading us to your viewer poll, where is inflation hitting you the hardest? Gas, groceries, travel, or other? Let's take a look. 79% of you say groceries, 9% of you say gas, 1% of you say travel, and 11% of you say other. So that might be like borrowing or getting a loan. We want to keep hearing from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote. You can also scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part. Newtown, Connecticut, remembering those killed in the Sandy Hook shooting. A memorial mass was held 10 years ago to the day that 20 elementary school students and 6 teachers were shot and killed. The church has been a gathering point for the Newtown community since the day of the shooting, when hundreds of people packed the Roman Catholic Church and stood outside for a vigil. Here's a look at some of the top headlines you can read in this week's Port Lavaca Wave. Law enforcement officials took 11 people into custody last week. The widening and deepening of the Matagorda Bay Ship Channel has stopped, and Seadrift starts Christmas celebrations. You can read these stories and more at portlavacawave.com. If going out on the water is in your weekend plans, we have what you can expect to catch. Here's 25 News Now Sports Director Gino Perez with your fishing report.
Grab your poles, Crossroads. It's time to go fishing. In East Matagorda Bay, fishing is great. Redfish are good on artificials. In West Matagorda Bay, fishing is also great with redfish biting on cut mullet. In Port O'Connor, redfish are good during the tide change, and trout are best on artificials and live shrimp. Lastly, in Rockport, fishing is great. Redfish can be found in 2 to 4 feet of water on shrimp. Good luck and be safe out there. That's your 25 Sports Now fishing report.
All right, get your cell phone and scan this QR code. It's our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can get breaking news alerts, vote on our viewer poll, get the latest news, weather, and sports, and learn all about our ongoing contest right there on the app. Submit those news tips and holiday photos. The time is now 6:38 on your Thursday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. Some sad news from the National Cancer Institute.
Good morning. The Fed's main interest rate is now at its highest level in 15 years. And while this rate hike was smaller than previous increases, it caps off a year of the most aggressive Fed policy in decades.
You know, we've been above normal in temperatures for quite a while. This time, we're trending down to below normal temperatures over the next several days down the road. As you see here, coming up, 11 degrees under normal by the time we get to Saturday 9 a.m. And this is just the beginning. We'll give the details in your forecast coming up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright. Come in now and choose from a great selection of new Ford trucks and SUVs in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is arriving daily, so you can drive one home for the holidays. Just announced, get 1.9 for $60 on your 2022 F-150 in stock, plus 0 payments for 90 days, plus complimentary maintenance. Hurry to your Texas Ford dealer today.
Is your home ready for the holidays? It's not too late. Lax Furniture has everything you need to deck your halls now. Find incredible super value savings with up to 35% off. Plus, get an extra 10% off when you pay with cash. Lax always offers easy credit to give you more options. Settle in for a cozy holiday with our huge selection of sofas and sectionals. And make room for guests with incredible bedroom and dining options. Hundreds of items in stock and ready for delivery before the holidays. This week, hurry to Lax Furniture.
Bird Dogs Bar and Grill, Victoria's place to eat, drink, and enjoy live entertainment. Burgers, steaks, and wings with a full bar to quench your thirst. Taste the famous chicken fried steak with Bird Dog style gravy, along with the award-winning tortilla and Drilla burger. Bird Dogs brings live entertainment from country, rock, and Tejano to the patio every weekend. Call us to book our venue for private parties. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for our daily specials. Bring the whole family to Bird Dogs for great food and fun.
20 minutes away from the 7 a.m. hour. Trey Mining here. Let's take a look at the weather map. Of course, cool conditions over our region here. The front causing all the severe weather is now moving toward the east coast and moving offshore. And we'll have a reinforcing surge of cooler air coming in for your Friday into your Saturday. We'll make Saturday rather chilly around here with rainfall. See the frontal boundary moving on through, increasing cloud cover as we go through the next several days. Well, actually starting on Friday, coming in from the south and southwest off the Pacific Ocean and off the Gulf of Mexico, and giving us some rain chance. You see a little bit of rain activity kind of there at southern Victoria along the coastal zones. They'll be hanging around as a weak low pressure area develops along the coast. For today, though, bringing a better home here for you. Seeing the future tracker, not showing any clouds cover or precipitation today. Keep it mostly dry, of course, and wall-to-wall sunshine to enjoy. And we'll run this model once again through your day on Friday. Here it comes. South and southwest clouds coming in, encompassing the area, giving you mostly cloudy skies for the majority of the day on your Friday. Then rain chances soon to follow after this period right here. We'll give you the details on that and the percentages a little bit later on in the 7-day outlook to come. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. Now to the big news on the economy. The Federal Reserve has now raised interest rates for the 7th and final time this year. The Fed increased its benchmark rate by 0.5 percentage point and signaled more rate hikes ahead to help bring down inflation.
For American consumers and businesses, the cost of borrowing money is set to get more expensive. The Federal Reserve raising its key interest rate by 0.5 percentage point, the 7th rate hike in a year, as it stays on a mission to fight stubbornly high inflation.
We understand the hardship that high inflation is causing, and data received so far for October and November show a welcome reduction. But it will take substantially more evidence to give confidence that inflation is on a sustained downward path.
Fed policymakers also signaled interest rates will rise more than expected next year. Their goal, to lower prices in the economy by slowing down spending. The Fed's rate hikes this year mean someone carrying a $5,000 balance on a credit card is now paying $1,600 more in interest. A borrower looking to take out a fixed 30-year, $300,000 mortgage will now spend at least $500 more every month than at the start of the year, simply because of higher rates.
Activity in the housing sector has weakened significantly, largely reflecting higher mortgage rates.
Despite higher borrowing costs, the American jobs market has been resilient, with the unemployment rate sitting near a 50-year low. Many businesses like Cuzzo's Chicken and Waffles in Michigan are still struggling to hire enough workers.
A lot of the old school methods we would use, just posting a sign or posting an ad, those don't work anymore. You have to make your business somewhere where people want to work.
The big question is if the Fed's moves will tip the economy into a recession. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell says no one knows the answer. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
A crash on the Causeway Bridge headed into Port Lavaca caused traffic delays Wednesday. 4 vehicles were involved in the crash. No one was hurt. The crash shut down State Highway 35 in Calhoun County, causing traffic to back up into Jackson County. The crash is cleared and roadways are back open this morning. Another crash temporarily shut down roadways Wednesday. This crash involving an 18-wheeler and at least 1 passenger vehicle. Reports say the passenger vehicle rolled over. The crash happened on State Highway 35 and State Highway 172. The intersection at those 2 highways temporarily shut down. Roadways are back open this morning. Coming up, we hear from A.J. Louderback on border security.
This is Todd. And this is Sarah.
She's leaving for Paris.
But this isn't your classic holiday rom-com. It's a Nissan Avantage.
Seriously?
Featuring the Nissan Rogue. And more standard power than a CR-V.
This is a love emergency.
Don't let true love or these offers get away.
Get $500 bonus cash on select models.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the parents of Idaho victim Kaylee Gonzalez sharing new insights about what they think happened the night of the brutal attacks.
I think this person went in very methodical. I think he really thought it out. I think he was quick. I think it was quiet, and he got in and he got out.
More than a month after the quadruple murder that has chilled the college town of Moscow, the family desperately seeking answers.
I mean, who can do something like this? You know, it's hard to think that you're looking at somebody who could even be possible.
Where are you? Who are you?
And calling for more help in the investigation.
This department's not as big as some of these other larger cities, so they need the community to help.
And coming up at 7 a.m., a possible new clue sent in as a tip from a local gas station worker as police zero in on a vehicle. With your GMA First Look, I'm Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Good morning, good morning. Look at the temperatures currently in 30s pretty much everywhere you go. From Victoria northward, 38 degrees here in Victoria. Get closer to the coast, of course. We're seeing rain chances, not in the forecast today, but temperatures around the 50s along the immediate coastline. And we'll run this model throughout the majority of the day. The sun comes up, heats up the atmosphere, and gives us pretty mild temperatures by the afternoon, 5 o'clock. 63, 64 degrees will be our daytime high today. Nothing in the way of precipitation or cloud cover to be had today. High pressure controls our weather here, keeping all that away. But by the time we get to your day on Friday, let's run this model all the way into your Friday morning. Clouds increasing west to east. And that signals change in our forecast, which will include rainfall chances coming back more than likely on Saturday morning beginning then. Today, 66 degrees, sunny and nice, light winds. Overnight lows will be in the 40-degree range with clear skies. Tomorrow, cloudy conditions, partly cloudy skies throughout the day, 65 degrees. Extended forecast, highs in the 60s, lows in the 50s. Rain chances Saturday into next week.
Yes, I'm here with AJ Louderback, Executive Director of the Texas Sheriff Regional Alliance, here to talk about border security and life after Title 42. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So what is Title 42 and why is it ending?
Title 42 was put in place. It's part of federal statutes that deal with diseases, and it was put in during the COVID era, and has been very effective as a tool to turn back and deport millions of people that have been streaming across the border under our president's current policies of an open border and a vision of an open border.
And now that it is being left behind, moving forward into the new year, what are the impacts that we can expect here in South Texas?
Well, sadly, this, you know, the agenda from President Biden is far more important than American lives. And with Title 42 possibly going away, still in effect today, but it won't be here forever. It was always going to be removed. as this country comes out of the COVID issue. So more coming, as evidenced by El Paso in the last 2 days from numerous countries. So as we see surges redeveloping for new masses of humans that are coming across into Texas, New Mexico, Arizona. Removal of that tool from Border Patrol use is certainly a negative.
And this upcoming legislative session, can we expect Operation Lone Star funding back on the agenda?
I think it has a good chance. The funding amount, Texas sitting on a surplus in the budget, so we'll see exactly where they go with funding. But it is crucial and critical for Texas law enforcement that we actually have access to those funds.
And why is it that Texas has to invest so much in border security? Isn't that a federal responsibility?
It is a federal responsibility, but when you have an administration that abdicates their role on border security or has a different vision for an open border and the chaos that creates, then we have what we have as of January 21, 2021. This is what we've dealt with this administration. And it's the crime, the narcotics, the fentanyl, the deaths, the empowerment of the cartel, all of these things go hand in hand with these policies.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Executive Director A.J. Louderback, and also former Sheriff of Jackson County, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And coming up, don't go anywhere. News to know before you go.
With Home Chef, you're not just home cooking, you're home winning. Our fast and fresh meal kits are as fast to make as they are fresh to enjoy. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meat simple.
Get 16 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
Are you ready to change your career path? Come join our sales team at the Victoria Television Group. Do you have a passion for customer service and sales? This is the right place for you. We offer great benefits, medical, dental, life, 401k, paid vacation, and much more. Call me and let me show you why the Victoria Television Group sales team is the right choice for you.
Former First Lady and maybe the most admired woman on the planet, Michelle Obama is here. We're like so fancy. Give it up for Pentatonics. Please give it up for Meghan Trainor. I love Christmas. I know you love Christmas.
I am Christmas. My birthday is December 22nd.
You're so happy right now.
I'm so happy. I'm glowing.
You can enjoy endless entertainment and local news updates for free on our 17 over-the-air channels. Connect your TV antenna to your smart TV in 3 easy steps. Connect the coaxial cable from your antenna to the back of your TV. Select the menu button on your remote and navigate to the correct input of your antenna. Find the channel scan option and click it. Setting up your antenna will keep you entertained and informed with the latest weather updates and emergency information for free. Call or email for questions or more information. Stay connected and stay safe.
And now it's time for today's question of the day. About 35% of people say they currently have one of these in their house. What is it? Okay, Trey, we've got some guesses.
Okay.
Mistletoe, fruitcake, board games with missing pieces, poinsettia. One of those elves that moves all over the house. Nativity scene set. Okay, Trey, we're ready.
Interesting. I know this wasn't perhaps an easy question because it could be a lot of things, but what we were looking for specifically was an elf on a shelf.
Oh, elf on a shelf.
He's watching. Make sure you're
Luke
bad or good.
it.
There you go. Congratulations, Luke. Stay tuned for tomorrow for another great question of the day to get your brain going for your Friday Fry-yay.
Two missing New Jersey boaters have returned safely after being lost at sea. The 2 missing boaters who had departed Cape May, New Jersey last month in a 30-foot sailboat returned safely Wednesday night. 65-year-old Kevin Hyde and 76-year-old Joe DiDamaso and a dog named Minnie were found 214 miles east of Delaware on Tuesday by the crew of an oil tanker. The two men left New Jersey on a sailboat bound for Florida, then went missing for 10 days. They were able to signal the crew of the Silver Muna tanker by waving their arms and a flag. The men say they are happy to have survived such an ordeal and are very grateful for the exceptional work of the crew on board the tanker. After a short break, Minnesota is bracing for another round of heavy snow. Southern Minnesota is under a water advisory through today and possibly into Friday. Weather experts say at least 4 inches could be on the ground in some areas by the time commuters head to work. They say travel in the area is expected to be difficult and motorists should expect a long, slow drive. Wind gusts are expected to reach up to 35 miles per hour because more of the heavy snow is on the way and many roads remain unplowed. Some schools in the area have announced that they will close again today. By Saturday morning, some parts of the state could see between 10 and 23 inches of accumulation. Russia's space agency, Roscosmos, canceled a 2 cosmonaut spacewalk on Wednesday after an apparent leak was discovered. Roscosmos cosmonauts Sergei Prokopyev and Dmitry Petelin plan to take part in a 7-hour spacewalk, but those plans changed during preparation for the event. Ground teams noticed significant leaking of an unknown substance from a portion of the Soyuz MS-22 spacecraft docked to the Razvat module on the International Space Station. Teams in Moscow are evaluating the nature of the fluid and assessing its potential impact on the Soyuz spacecraft. The Soyuz spacecraft launched on December 21st and delivered the 2 cosmonauts as well as a NASA astronaut, Frank Rubio, to the space station. Today, Crestwood Drive will close for paving operations between Arroyo Drive and Lawrence Street from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. The City of Victoria says the contractor expects to finish the north lane next week. Then they'll begin working on side street tie-ins, sidewalks, and other items before the road reopens early next year. The construction is part of the $3.7 million Crestwood Drive Phase 2 reconstruction phase. And here's a look at the top headlines you'll find in this week's Quero record. After over a century, the DeWitt County Drainage District is now called Green DeWitt Drainage District. A massive steel tank floats down the Guadalupe River onto private property, and Quero Gobbler football season comes to an end in the state semifinals. You can read these stories and more at DeWittCountyToday.com. We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV or Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And now let's get another look at your viewer poll. Today we ask, where is inflation hitting you the most? Okay, 81% of you say groceries, 7% of you say gas, 1% of you say travel, and 11% of you say other. Thank you for taking part in our viewer poll. You can continue taking part by scanning the QR code right there on your screen. And now let's get a last look at our forecast with First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Trey Mining.
Yeah, thank you so much, Carolina. I'm helping you out here. Give you this forecast for free, no charge. Temperatures on the outside, 38 degrees in Victoria, near freezing up there in Gonzales, 50s along the coast, rising throughout the day in the beautiful sunshine, mid-60s by the time we wake up. We have about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Early morning hours for your Friday, starting off in the 40s once again. Increasing cloud cover coming up for your day tomorrow, not today. Wall-to-wall sunshine, obviously no precipitation, no clouds to worry about. Sunshine all day long. Let's run this model if we can all the way into your early morning on Friday. See the clouds increasing west to east. That signals change in our forecast, which means rainfall will be coming up for the weekend. 66 degrees today, very nice and sunny. Overnight lows in the 40-degree range again, keeping it on the cool side. And tomorrow, highs in the 60s once again. Cloudy cover coming in west to east. Rain chances coming in by the weekend into next week. Enjoy your day today and enjoy the sunshine. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Come to crossroadstoday.com for more local news, weather, and sports. And join James, Dawn, Howie, Karina, and Gino for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10. Make it a great Thursday.